Paramount Network? Ugh, get that out of here. Spike TV technically no longer exists, at least not as Spike, but it exists spiritually as the rebranded Paramount Network. I loved watching Spike back in the day because of shows like MXC and Pros vs. Joes, and even though the network had kind of a trashy tone to it, let's say, I'll always have a soft spot for it.
Now, let's sit here and watch Spike TV.
Spike TV, full of stuff men like.
And I would love to see Spike TV come back. Realistically, it won't happen, but why not be hypothetical? What if Spike were to come back today? What would a modern day Spike TV look like? I'm going to build the television roster for what would air on a current day Spike TV. To figure out the kind of programming that would exist on this, I do have some criteria. It must fit the sort of demographic the network is notable for, so stuff that's more sporty, gritty, ridiculous, dramatic, etc. It currently cannot be exclusive to any streaming service or television network, and it has to have been made in the 2020s. The first things on this list could be kind of cheating, I guess, but I don't care. One show that has transitioned from Spike to Paramount and still airs on the network is Bar Rescue. For me, it'd make perfect sense to just bring it back to Spike and keep it airing on its original network. We don't have to make things too complicated here. It was a hit on Spike and it's still a hit, so we can add Bar Rescue to the list and keep going. These next two I'm going to group together because again, this is going to be sort of cheating in a way, but also this is my video. Earlier, I mentioned two of my favorite shows from the network, MXC and Pros vs. Joes, so let's just bring them back. I mean, every other show or movie nowadays is being remade and rebooted, so why can't we just reboot MXC or Pros vs. Joes? TBS even rebooted the Joe Schmo Show, which was originally on Spike. Takeshi's Castle recently had a reboot on Prime Video, and to me, while it doesn't really hold up to the original series, it was still super cool to watch, and I feel like anything is possible really. I even have a bunch of ideas for future MXC episodes myself, so if the people who made the show are watching, hit me up. As for Pros vs. Joes, I mean, who wouldn't want to see this? With the way athletics has improved drastically today, the types of today's athletes from all kinds of sports you could put on this show would be amazing. I just feel like the possibilities here are endless, and if any show should be rebooted, it absolutely should be Pros vs. Joes. Just imagine some TikTok dudes trying to go up against someone like Demetrius Johnson or Giannis. Does that not sound fun? Bring these two shows back, man. Add them to the list. Next on the list is Dude Perfect. Yes, I know, it's a YouTube channel and not necessarily a television show. However, their content just makes sense with Spike TV, and it's like a perfect match when you consider the harmless, fun dude, bro, sporty kind of stuff they do. There's a reason why so many people watch them. They also had their own TV show on CMT, which is owned by Paramount, so it all just kind of works out. Bring the show back and boom, there's another one for the list. These next two shows I'm going to mention are shows that did air on other networks, but they currently haven't been picked up to return, so by all means, I would say in a perfect world, a new Spike could just buy the rights and air them. $1 Million Mile is the first one. This aired on CBS, so again, Paramount/Viacom, but it was an obstacle course show created by LeBron James, and it only aired for a season before being cancelled. I don't think you can have too many obstacle course shows, and since this was back in 2019, I don't see any harm in potentially bringing it back now and updating it a little bit. The other one is BattleBots. BattleBots was one of those shows I'd always randomly tune into when I couldn't find anything else on my TV in college, but it's genuinely good stuff. It's aired on a few different networks, with the Discovery Channel being the most recent, but as far as I know, it's not been picked up since 2023. So to me, this is a perfect opportunity to get the rights of BattleBots and get it on Spike. These two shows just fit the mold to a T in my opinion, with the combo of athletics and failing on $1 Million Mile, and robots in competition on BattleBots. Spike TV also had a history of airing combat sports related shows. For instance, The Ultimate Fighter aired on Spike for 7 years. I've never watched it, but it does look really interesting even to this day, so maybe I'll check it out at some point. Paramount also bought the MMA promotion Bellator in 2011, and so Bellator aired on Spike. I wanted to find a new MMA promotion for Spike to collaborate with, and I have decided on that being Cage Fury Fighting Championship. Now, I do not claim to be a huge MMA fan or anything, even though I do think a lot of it is cool, but I did a tiny bit of research. CFFC seems to be like a really cool smaller promotion with lots of great fights and fighters who have gone on to the UFC, which Spike used to have a partnership with. I think giving this deal to a rising MMA promotion like this just makes sense and fits the vibe of Spike. And kind of combat sports, but Spike was also huge on professional wrestling. Monday Night Raw and TNA aired on Spike at separate eras of time, so I thought it's only right that the new Spike should air another wrestling promotion promotion. The perfect choice for me is Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor is currently owned by Tony Khan, the man in charge of AEW, and it's been rumored for God knows how long that TK has been in talks with multiple networks about getting Ring of Honor on TV, but nothing has come about at all. I think Ring of Honor would be a perfect addition to a new Spike because kind of like with TNA back in the day, a TV deal is all it could take for lots of people to tune in and for noticeable effort to be put into the actual wrestling promotion with the storylines and matches. Put Ring of Honor on the list as well. Okay, this one might also be cheating, but I wanted to include Got to Get Out. I've already talked about this in a previous video and I enjoyed the show quite a bit. Now, it is currently streaming on Hulu, which does go against my rules, but at the same time, when watching this show, you can clearly tell by how it's all edited that this was meant to be on TV. I know Spike would likely not have a partnership with Hulu of all streaming services, but it just seems really random to me that this show is on streaming when it should be on TV. All I'm saying is if there were to be more seasons of this show, I'd put it on TV, and I think Spike is a good fit when you think of the kind of parody-esque humor in the show, as well as the different reality TV icons and other celebrities on the show. I am commissioning a second season of Got to Get Out, and it will go on Spike. Now, my final option for what to put on Spike was actually the first one I had thought about, which is what spawned this entire idea. It's none other than Castle. If you don't know what Castle is, then you're seriously missing out. Imagine Takeshi's Castle, but skateboarding. It is one of the sickest things I have ever watched. This Japanese game show that combines obstacle courses with skateboarding just screams Spike. Spike has already aired MXC, which I do want a reboot of on this network, but I'd imagine Castle on American television to be kind of like how Sasuke Ninja Warrior was on G4. No real gimmicks or absurd humor, but just regular English commentary over what's happening. That's how I was first introduced to Sasuke, and I think something similar for Castle would be unreal. Seriously, go watch this if you haven't. It is one of the best things you'll ever see. So with all that out of the way, I think I've created the perfect set of programming for a modern day Spike TV. Lots of obstacle course shows, combat sports, athletic competitions / game shows, and reality shows. Finding stuff that wasn't exclusive to a certain network or streaming service proved a little difficult at first, but I think for a starting set of shows that can be rebooted or bought out, this would be a great start. Let me know down below what you think could be part of a modern day Spike TV, and if you agree or disagree with any of my choices. Also, let me know what else you'd like to see me talk about on this channel. Like the video, subscribe for more videos, and yeah, thank you for watching.